They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Back to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll drop to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers from a week ago for Pickens. 3 catches, 53 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But you look at this Bronco defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 101 yards, and a score.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well. I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. On the give, it's Warren. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A handoff for Warren. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Warren.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Broncos' 16-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 7.
They run with Wilkins. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Broncos at 5-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14, down 2-14.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver's offense now set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing Nix. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And Owen coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's Warren. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. A short one here, caught by McBride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now it's Nix.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Nix. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Nix to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Nix. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And that is no good. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
In motion goes the tight end. This is Wilkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Nix. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nix. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Nix. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Cardinals offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd and 5. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw. Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilkins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
From the gun on third down, Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Warren will try the right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a run with Warren. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
And his kick here is good. And you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Nix from the shotgun.
Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
2nd and 6. Goes right back to McBride.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's Warren.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Warren. And he's going to be swallowed up as he got forward for maybe a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Wilson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Nix to the air.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Cards, the win is their 8th on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.